Our planet is a place of immense power, constantly reshaping itself in spectacular and often violent ways. Within the colossal plume of ash and gas from an erupting volcano, a maelstrom of electricity is generated. This is the raw, untamed energy of our world. But the Earth keeps many of its greatest secrets hidden from view, in the one place we rarely look, under the ocean. Did you know most eruptions are hidden there? Beneath the waves, a silent, continuous process of creation and destruction is underway. Join me as we journey from the fiery peaks to the mysterious depths of the ocean floor, and even beyond our own world, to uncover the hidden life of volcanoes. The story of volcanoes is the story of Earth itself, and it's more astonishing than you can possibly imagine. For millennia, we have looked to the skies for the source of lightning, a familiar yet awesome display of atmospheric energy. But here, in the heart of a volcanic eruption, a different kind of storm is born. As superheated rock, ash, and gas are violently ejected from the Earth's core, they create an environment of extreme friction. Tiny particles of ash, rock fragments, and even ice crystals collide with incredible force within the churning plume. This frantic dance separates positive and negative charges on a massive scale, building up an immense electrical potential. The air itself, superheated to temperatures that can reach a staggering 30,000 degrees Celsius, becomes a conductor. Then, the release. Bolts of lightning, some contained entirely within the ash cloud and others striking the ground, discharge this colossal buildup of energy. They flash with an otherworldly beauty, illuminating the dark, roiling column of smoke and debris from within. It is a breathtaking, terrifying spectacle, a thunderstorm not of water and air, but of fire and rock. Each flash is a testament to the sheer electromechanical power of our planet, a process that turns a geological event into an extraordinary atmospheric phenomenon, reminding us that even the forces we think we know can manifest in the most unexpected and dazzling ways. While the volcanoes that breach the surface are formidable, they represent only the tip of the iceberg. The vast majority of Earth's volcanic activity, a staggering 75 to 80%, occurs far from human eyes, hidden beneath the immense pressure and darkness of our oceans. Along the mid-ocean ridges, great chains of underwater mountains that encircle the globe, the planet's crust is constantly being pulled apart. Here, magma from the mantle rises to fill the gap, in a continuous silent eruption that has been happening for eons. It is the most widespread creative force on Earth, yet it is almost entirely unseen. When this molten rock meets the near-freezing seawater, the encounter is dramatic. The lava's outer surface flash cools, forming a solid glassy crust. But inside, it remains molten, and the pressure forces it to ooze and billow outwards, like toothpaste being squeezed from a tube. This process creates vast fields of what are known as pillow lavas, rounded, bulbous shapes that litter the seafloor for thousands of square kilometers. And sometimes the energy released is so immense that it displaces colossal volumes of water, generating tsunamis that can travel across entire ocean basins, a devastating reminder of the power lurking in the deep. On the island of Hawaii stands a true titan, Mauna Loa. To the casual observer, it appears as a vast, gently sloping mountain, its peak often dusted with snow. But its true scale is almost impossible to comprehend, for what we see is merely the summit of a colossal structure. The real mountain begins on the floor of the Pacific Ocean, nearly 5 kilometers below the waves. From its base in the crushing abyss, Mauna Loa rises, layer upon layer of solidified lava, to break the surface and continue its ascent for another 4 kilometers into the sky. It is, by volume, the largest active volcano on our planet. Its sheer mass is so immense that it has a profound effect on the very structure of the Earth. The Pacific Plate, the section of Earth's crust on which the volcano sits, is not rigid enough to support such a weight. Over millions of years, the immense pressure of Mauna Loa's 80,000 cubic kilometers of rock has physically pushed the oceanic crust downwards, depressing it by an estimated 8 kilometers into the semi-molten mantle below. It is a geological marvel, a mountain so large that it sinks its own foundation, a testament to the slow, patient, and irresistible force of volcanic creation. We live on a volcanic world. It may not always be apparent, buried as it is under soil, forests, and cities, but the evidence is everywhere. Over 80% of our planet's surface, both above and below the sea, is of volcanic origin. For billions of years, the relentless engine of our planet's interior has been pumping molten rock to the surface, building, shaping, and resurfacing the globe. Every landscape tells a part of this story. The iconic silhouette of Mount Fuji, the rugged beauty of the Scottish Highlands, and the fertile soils of the Andes are all sculpted by volcanic forces. They are the master builders of our world, the primary force that raises land from the sea and creates the foundations upon which life can take hold. In Iceland and Antarctica, fire and ice create dramatic phenomena. Active volcanoes lie dormant beneath thousands of meters of ice. When a subglacial volcano awakens, it melts the glacier from the bottom up, creating a hidden lake under immense pressure. Eventually, the pressure results in a jökullaup, or glacial outburst flood. A torrent of water bursts forth, capable of washing away landscapes in hours. A reminder of the volatile forces hidden beneath the ice. Volcanism is a fundamental process of planetary formation and evolution. When we look to our celestial neighbors, we find evidence of volcanism on a truly staggering scale. On Mars, our gaze is drawn to the Tharsis region, crowned by Olympus Mons. This colossal shield volcano is the undisputed monarch of the solar system. It stands nearly 22 kilometers high, almost 3 times the height of Mount Everest. The sheer scale is possible because Mars lacks the active plate tectonics that, on Earth, move volcanoes away from their magma source. Olympus Mons just sat over a stationary hotspot for billions of years, growing ever larger with each eruption. Our journey into the world of volcanoes has taken us from fiery peaks to other planets. We usually think of volcanoes as producers of rock and ash, but the deep ocean holds a profound surprise, a type of volcanism that challenges our very definition of the term. In the southern Gulf of California, scientists discovered the Chapapote Knoll. These are not conventional volcanoes. Instead, these deep-sea vents release hot, thick, liquid asphalt. This builds up into mounds that resemble terrestrial lava fields. This strange geology gives rise to a unique form of life. Entire ecosystems have evolved to thrive on the chemical energy locked within these hydrocarbons. It's a discovery that hints at the strange alien worlds that can exist right here on Earth. In January 2022, the world witnessed an oceanic eruption of unprecedented violence from the Hunga Tonga Hunga Ha'apai volcano. It exploded with a force hundreds of times more powerful than the Hiroshima bomb. The blast sent shockwaves that circled the globe. The eruption column rocketed into the mesosphere, higher than any other recorded plume. This event generated a devastating tsunami. It also created the most intense lightning storm ever observed. The eruption vaporized a colossal amount of seawater, blasting water vapor into the stratosphere. This increased the stratosphere's water content by around 10%. With potential global climate consequences that scientists are still working to comprehend. From the lightning-filled skies above a raging peak to the silent asphalt-oozing vents in the abyss, the story of volcanoes is one of astonishing diversity and power. They're not merely destructive forces, but the primary architects of our world. A constant churning engine that drives the creation of land, the chemistry of our oceans, and the composition of our atmosphere. They remind us that the ground beneath our feet is not static, but a thin, fragile crust floating on a sea of molten rock. The Earth is a living, breathing planet, and volcanoes are its pulse. The universe is filled with such wonders, urging us to look closer, to explore further, and to never lose our sense of awe at the complexity and grandeur of the cosmos. There are always more incredible stories waiting to be told. The universe is vast, and our exploration of it has only just begun. We will continue to venture into the unknown, to share the marvels of science and nature with you. Subscribe for more wild wonders from Earth and beyond.